What up, leaders? Welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to take a walk through Kingston and show you how Kingston is becoming the center of the oil industry in Guyana. Now, this building is the bank, the GBTI bank, and it's right across the street from the new Pegasus Hotel expansion project. And the reason they're building this expansion project is to build a high rise of suites, of office suites, to accommodate offices of the new oil companies that will take up residence here in the next year. So this tall building that they're building, it will be offices and conference rooms for 12 floors or 15 floors, I believe, and a convention center, and it will accommodate the offices of the oil company. So what I want to do is to take a walk through the neighborhood. Now, this is what the building will look like when it's completed. It will be glass clad multi-rise structure, and with sleek design, minimal exterior design, and next door to the Pegasus, which is this classic 1970s design. I don't know if they have plans to upgrade the Pegasus Hotel. But let's take a walk through Kingston and point out what's happening with the new buildings and where the offices of the oil companies will be in the future. Stay tuned.
Oh, this is my day. I'm ready to take it on, come what may.
Now, this is a recently completed high-rise building on Duke Street near to Barrack Street in Kingston. So this tall building is about 10 floors, I think, 10 stories. I haven't counted. I'm gonna have to go around and take a look at it closely, but I think it's about 10 stories tall, and it overlooks the US Embassy, which is in the next block, facing this building in the direction away from that. And that is where we think the new location for ExxonMobil will be. So Exxon has been occupying buildings, about 3 buildings, offices around the city, and they recently moved all of their offices into one location. I believe that is the building in which they are going to be located. I think everything is now moved that building. And so there are no new buildings now on High Street, and we're going to take a look at High Street and see what is happening with buildings. Civil Aviation Authority, that's the Guyana Civil Aviation Authority. Over here to see what. This is High Street. Think of this as Main Street, Upper High Street, Main Street, continuation of Main Street and Republic Avenue. So this is another tall building going up here. I don't know how many floors. Next door is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stories. This one has 7 floors. I think they added to it? No, they didn't add to it. I think that's always been a 7-story building. But this one, I think it's just started being constructed. Yeah. Yeah. High Street and Kawan Street. This embankment is where the old train station used to be. And this canal runs all the way out to Camp Street. This one, that is, this building, is the old train station. And there's a lot of bricks in there. I think right now it's operated by Transport, it's owned and operated by Transport and Harbors Division. But this would be the ideal location for the start or the restart of a train station, a train line in Guyana. Should we have a train line or light rail? The answer is yes. And in that direction, what you have is the Demerara River. Right, so that's Water Street. Those buildings are adjacent to the Demerara River. This is the Ministry of Finance over here, and that's Main Street. The green building is the house of the residence of the Prime Minister's residence, and next to this the President's residence. But here is where we want to focus our attention. This here is the old train station behind all of these mango trees. Right, it's the train station, the old train station. This is the canal. And the question we have is, if we're going to restart light rail in Guyana, if we're going to have a train station again, a train line again, shouldn't this be resurrected and the line reinstalled? Now they've actually converted the train line, the embankment on which the train line was located, they've turned that into a road. And that's the road that runs beside the entrance to the Giftland Mall and the headquarters of CARICOM and so on. So if they're going to put in light rail or put in a railway station again that runs up the coast, they're going to have to build a new embankment, or they're going to have to build an elevated line that runs above that road, which is all possible. But this is Lamaha Street in Georgetown, St. Bernadette's Hostel. And the reason why we're here is to take a look at the old train station, the old train line. This is the old train station. Now I guess it has been repurposed into offices and accommodation for Transport and Harbors Division. But this is what used to be the train station. And if you took the train from up the east coast, you got off here in Georgetown. This is the last stop in the line, last station in the line. The other reason why we're in this neck of the woods, this is Carmichael Street, and 1 block away is the New Market Street and the office of the President, or the home of the President, the residence of the President. Here is Scotiabank headquarters location. Right, that's the Scotiabank location. And these small buildings, one of these small buildings here is Woodlands Hospital. But what I wanted to point out here is that if you're looking for the headquarters of ExxonMobil in Guyana, they have 3 locations around the city, and if I recall correctly, one of them is nearby. In this block or in the next block, we'll see. But yeah, that's the hospital. Woodlands Hospital up the street. This is the old train station. Right, that's the old train station on Lamaha Street. And like I said, if they are going to resurrect light rail train line in Guyana, they would probably want to resurrect this. Train station. Alright, this is the old train station here in Georgetown, Guyana. And that is where the new train station should be located if they're going to build one. This reserve, the whole embankment, the reserve, is what held the line, the train line, and took you up the coast. These are some more of the properties on Lamaha Street. So the other issue about this location, why we're in this neck of the woods, is to show you that this is where Oil Central is going to be located in Guyana. So a lot of the oil companies that are moving to Guyana are finding themselves in Kingston. And this tall building where is it? That tall building between the trees is now home to the new ExxonMobil office. In other words, Exxon has consolidated their offices from 3 locations in the city, I think 2 or 3 locations in the city, to this building in Kingston. Okay, this one is Waterloo Street. Alright, this is Waterloo Street. And here some more of the offices. Some more of the offices of S6.E13 is over here. It's a fairly new cafe, sort of. Ministry of the Presidency is over here. And the point of this brief tour is to show you where the old Exxon building used to be. It's the new Ministry of the Presidency building. Well, I think this was supposed to be IDB, new IDB. Anyway, one of those government buildings. And let's see here. It's Republic Bank Sports Club. Republic Bank headquartered over here. Not the big building is the headquarters of Republic Bank in Georgetown. Like I said, the banks have the biggest buildings. Most lavish accommodations buildings in Guyana are owned by the banks. Okay, so I was trying to find the location. I think it's in the other street, just in that Scotiabank location. Yeah, I was trying to find the location of the ExxonMobil offices. It's in Carmichael Street, the street west of this location, right next to Scotiabank. And the point of this video is to show you that they've actually moved, they're consolidating their offices from 3 locations in the city to Kingston. And so Kingston is where the new offices, the new headquarters of the oil companies will be located. That's the Promenade Gardens here in Waterloo Street. But we'll continue this tour some other time. That's the tree that fell down in the Promenade Gardens and took the fence down with it. You can see the roots underneath the fence, so when the tree came down, it just ripped up the entire concrete fence.